Hell,
Welcome to the EMD show. I'm your host, Chris Hit or Miss.
And I'm your host, Straight Talk Ted. Let's do it.
We was getting, you know what I mean, had a little argument about, who's the GOAT, who cheating for Ningo, but we getting right into
Oh,
it.
God. This is mine.
Last week
Yeah,
picks,
okay.
I put up last week picks. Last week picks was only 2 games. Of course, you know about the Philadelphia Eagles. They defeated the Washington. Which one you want to go to? You want to go to Philly first? Let's go to Philly first. This is the
Yeah,
Philly game.
go to Philly first,
The,
man.
the Philadelphia Eagles defeated the Washington. We'll call them the Redskins. The
The
Commanders.
Commanders.
I don't know. I don't know. Something about whatever. um, they won last week, rightfully. It was a good game. It was more close than it looked, but yeah, I got out of control. Um, Philadelphia is poised to go to the Super Bowl again. Before I big up Philadelphia, I'm gonna just say this about Washington. We love Jaden Daniels, but he the one game, Ted, he finally looked like a rookie. He finally looked like the rookie,
I
and
agree.
it was like damn. And I was prepping for that because he never had the rookie wall happen early in the season, so it's like he had it in the worst time, which is the AFC NFC Championship game. And I was like, geez, they just did everything. You know what I mean? They just came at him sideways. Oh snap! Who won? Who won last week? I won last week, so it's all good. But we ain't gonna talk
Right.
about it. But they look like the Commanders, and for what it's worth, shout out to them. They'll be back hopefully. Um, but the Eagles look good, man. Eagles been looking good all
Well,
year, like you said. Like
um,
go ahead.
I say this. I definitely, we definitely called that game correctly because we knew
Yes.
at some point in time it's happened just being this championship game that
Mhm.
he looked like a rookie. But I'm not gonna say that he played bad as opposed to how good the Philadelphia Eagles defense was.
Okay.
Their
Okay.
defense was
Okay.
good, man. I
I give
mean,
you
you
that.
gotta got
That's a
they
good
got
correction.
they're very seasonal team. Remember, they've been to the Super Bowl before. This team they want to get back because they want to end up playing whoever, but they got a chance to redeem themselves when they played Kansas City. So what I'm saying is that Philly and them was dialed in from day one. They put a lot of pressure on Daniels. He
Mhm.
was
A
running
lot
a
of
lot.
pressure. Oh
Yeah, they
man.
put a lot of pressure on him. I mean, this is a different kind of animal. You start talking about the championship game. So, but without a doubt, Daniels is going to be a hell of a quarterback in years to come. He's the rookie of the year, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, the Commanders in general had a great season. They can hold their heads up high and take that to next season and build on that. So, yeah, I wasn't surprised about the outcome of that game. I thought Philly was too much for them from the jump. So I knew that was gonna happen.
You said something that's real. As much as he's a rookie, but it's like two birds to one stone. You right at the same time where they make him look like a rookie, but he's a rookie, but they play great. They defense is legit. Like
Right.
them dudes up front, man. Damn, them
Yeah.
dudes, they scary, man. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a quarterback, I'd be scared, bro. Like, throw the
Yeah,
ball, cause
they're
yo,
they're they're good. They're good, and they're on good on both sides of the ball. Defense, offensively, they play old school football. Their line is tough. They grind it out. I think this should be interesting. But congratulations to the Eagles to making it to the Super Bowl. Let's see if they can redeem themselves. So we can go into the next game if you're ready.
yeah, because we only got too many games. Okay, that was the NFC Championship game. The AFC Championship game was features everybody know the Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
man,
well,
go ahead.
I'll start
I'll
this
let you
one up.
go.
I tell you,
Please,
yeah, because I
please.
tell you one thing, man, and
Go
it goes back. I'll start off with saying
Here we go.
I've been telling you
And,
guys a long time
here
that
we
the
go.
Cancer Man, the X Files, the Cancer Man said they would never win a Super Bowl, and it's showing up. They never gonna win. Let me tell you something. What I thought was interesting, I did think the calls were a little bit suspect, and they showed a lot of that on social media. How dudes were off sides, they didn't call things. It's just funny how Kansas City they can do things and they just don't get calls called on them, which is kind of weird.
What about that
But
first down?
but but let me just say this: when the
Yeah.
Bills had a chance to score and
They couldn't
either tie the
capitalize.
game up, yo, they didn't call the right plays, and Josh Allen didn't look like Super Josh like he usually does. He looked very, very, very normal in the situations. I would have thought that from all the experience playing against them, playing to this point where they in playoffs and all that, the same Buffalo team showed up in that one particular series where they had to try to score to stay in the game, and they didn't do it. Kansas City stopped them. They called a bad play, like a screen play or something. It was just terrible. And that was it. That was it. And once Kansas City got the first down, the game was over. It's a wrap.
Hey, pull the
You
highlights
gotta
up.
beat, you
Pull the
gotta
highlights up of
beat
that game.
Kansas City. You gotta beat Kansas City. You can't let that team, hang around. I don't trust them in the 2-minute one. I would never go against, my man, the quarterback, Mahomes, in a 2-minute situation with his experience. I would never go against him. I would bet on him all the time. But Buffalo had the opportunities, and it seemed like they just didn't have enough good plays to make it happen. And of course, Kansas City's been there before. They said, you know what? We're going to put our foot on your neck, and the game is over. And that's exactly what happened.
Yo, it's so much things I got to say, and I get tongue tied saying it sometimes. So I'm gonna just go slow. First, when they lost, I just say, yo, this dude is this cancer man. This has got me hilarious. This is the funniest thing ever all the time. I'm gonna say this, yo. You said something that's real. They couldn't capitalize, even though they was getting all the calls. Every time you like, okay, they gonna score, they gonna do this. Like, what are y'all doing? Yo,
Yep.
it's almost like they didn't. You see the way they played against Baltimore, where they played loose and everything. Why does everybody when they go to Kansas City, they play tight? They do the same play. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
playing Madden, like it's only a couple plays. Ted,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
every time they kept doing that little tush push or whatever, he kept going left. I don't know about
Yeah.
you, but they kept
Yeah.
doing what he was doing. They kept putting Chris Johnson over there. Go to the right.
Yo.
Yo, it was almost like
Yeah.
it was. Yo, Ed, can you hear me, Ed?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you put the highlights of that game in particularly? Because you matter of fact, well, I'm gonna say this. You can just go to the end of the play, to the last play. And Ted, I know you've seen it because we were talking about this
Right.
ad. Like you said something that's real. I'm gonna go back. Even though they called a lot of bad calls, because they was calling some real bad calls. We didn't even talk about
Right.
that first down that that Josh Allen got, and they
Right.
act like he ain't get it. He got that first down. You can see it.
Exactly.
I don't know why they
Exactly.
did. I don't know what
Right.
that was about. That was a slap in
Right.
the face. I don't know.
Right.
Like, and they only showed that highlight, one time too. You noticed that, right? They didn't really kept
Yeah.
showing that.
They ain't
But
dwell
yo,
on it. You're right.
they dwell on it. But I'm gonna say this: the fact that they almost had a chance at the end when he do that. Now, first, when he do that screenplay, that's a bad play
Right.
to call.
Oh, it's
That's first.
terrible.
That was terrible. Second, I feel like Josh Allen, when I first seen it, he could have thrown it to Cook on a scramble, like on the side.
Thank you. Did you
Right?
did you see him wide open on the left
Yo, bro.
on the left side of him? He was
No,
wide open.
he was wide and nobody was there. He could have easily got 20, 30
Nobody
yards.
was there. Oh,
But
this is when they got the first down.
this
Kansas
got
City
the
when they
first
just
down.
kind of like they
Yeah,
got they
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I would say he can fast forward. Honestly, fast forward to the play I'm talking about. Because the play I'm talking about, it's insane.
Yeah.
On the
You
same
see how
play,
look at this. Look at it. Look at this. Look how Kansas City play. Yo, when they are trying to they play with a purpose, and that's to go back to the Super Bowl. That's it.
but to the last play of the game, on that same play we're talking about, to the third point, when he throws the ball like a Hail Mary, yo, bro,
Yeah.
he missed the ball. He missed the
Look at it. Look at it. Look at this.
combination of
Look
the
at
ball.
Look at this screenplay. Look at this corny ass play.
They kept throwing screenplays. Like, yo, they have players on that team. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, like,
Here it
this is
is.
it. This is it. This is
Yeah.
it. This is it. This is it. Look,
Look at that.
look,
He's
look, look,
wide open.
look. Hold on. But look,
Did you
but
see how wide open he was on the left side?
absolutely. But look at the third point I made when they show the replay of that. Let them show the replay. Are they gonna show the replay? Yo, bro. See, they don't want to show the replay. But yo, he missed it. It went right through his hands. And that's the thing. You see how they don't want to keep showing that? Why they don't keep want to
Yeah.
show that? They need to show the replays. Stop bigging up these teams like they so great. Look, they don't want to show the replay. He missed it. He did a Stephon did, and see, you see what happened? no, and that's the thing.
Right.
I don't want to drop names because I don't like keep dropping names because we got our own thing. But Mad Dog from ESPN said the same thing. He says nobody seen the play because they didn't talk about that play. He dropped the ball. At Ted.
Yeah.
He was open. Like when the ball
Right.
dropped, he missed it. He did the same thing Stephon Diggs did last year. And
Yep.
it's starting to remind you like we can't blame people this, blame people that. When wide receivers keep doing that, maybe you should worry about the wide receiver coach once in a
Right.
while. What are your techniques? And forget it, Ed, because I don't think they showed it because that was the whole purpose of. I forgot what Mad Dog had said. He said they didn't show it unless you had to watch it live. They had to show it after the first scrimmage of the next play. So it's okay. But that's the guy who dropped it, and he made that play. That was a great play. How does he drop that? And
Yeah. Yeah.
another
Yeah.
thing,
But you know
real
what?
fast.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Where's isn't this guy supposed to be there? Cooper. I was gonna call him Cynthia Cooper. Sorry for that. Like
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
The wide receiver from that got traded. What? He's injured. Like he didn't play. So you trade
Right.
Stephon Diggs for another guy who got injured and he's not there. What are we doing here? Like it's almost like I don't want to sound like sour grapes, but I almost
Right.
like I would have preferred Buffalo. Excuse me, Baltimore, because Baltimore forgot what it's worth. They ain't gonna play Kansas City like that. They're gonna smoke them cats. And I said that I would cancel it out. That's why everybody was so thirsty for Kansas City to get that with NFL to get that first round bye because they knew like
Right.
they couldn't beat Buffalo and Baltimore at the same time this year. So let's make sure they
Right.
get that one
Right.
lead. Let's Baltimore
Right.
and Buffalo. Now I'm saying let them cancel each other out because
Right.
see, that's the thing. Baltimore messed up their season by losing games they shouldn't have lost, so they had to play away. If they would have played
Right.
home, they wouldn't. That's what I'm saying, and they messed it up because I still think Baltimore would have smoked Kansas City, but you don't want to say that because you
Oh
don't want to
yeah,
sound like
I think they would have. I
like
think they would have. I think they would have. I mean, I was rooting for Baltimore. I thought they had the talent person, but it's just something about when these teams play certain teams. Like for some reason, you talk about Buffalo being kind of wasn't loose at all. They playing uptight against Kansas City. Buffalo was playing the same way against Ravens was playing the same way against the Bills. They're very
Baltimore.
uptight. They wasn't playing like themselves.
It's funny because Baltimore they was tight until like the third, fourth quarter where you see they was. That's why, and I know I
Right.
don't want to keep bringing up Sour Graves old stuff, but Mark Andrews fumbling that ball at the 40-yard line with 3 minutes to
Yeah.
go, it was a big deal. They would have took that
Yeah,
clock
man.
down all the way down, and they would have scored. And then he dropped a 2 point
Right.
conversion, but that's in his head. And it's something. That's why you have to like Ed. We were talking, Ed
Right.
said it. Possessions. Every possession matters in the NFL playoffs. Every possession matters.
Yo,
Every
man.
possession.
Listen. Every possession, every field goal, every extra point, it matters. That could be the difference in the game. It's not like it's something that's different. It's like any other sport. Basketball, you got to make your free throws. Those free throws count. Those are points, right? Those count at the end of the game. When the box score comes out, you can see the difference in those things not being done. You're missing free throws. In this case, you're missing field goals. That stuff shows up in the box score at the end of the game. You said, damn, we lost by 1 point. Man, if we'd have hit that field goal, we would have won the game. So it's
That
all about possessional football, and it's all about protecting the football. And the team, and let me tell you something, this whole playoffs, there was a lot of turnovers, more than I ever saw in playoff games. Usually teams don't turn the
absolutely
ball over that much. They turned the ball over all these games. They would turn the ball over left and right.
left and right.
And
And let me ask you
yeah,
something. Since we like to do details, what's this thing about all these coaches going for 2 points before the fourth quarter happens? I understand that you're trying to stay aggressive, but I say this about
yeah, but
Baltimore.
how about
They
yeah,
they went for two, Ted, twice, but one was in the
yep,
third quarter. Now, if he would have had one for one the second time, they wouldn't have had to go for the 2 points. All they would have had to do was the field goal. You
right,
see, that's what I don't
right,
know. I don't know. Something about this coaching is, and shout out to the Lions coach, but I feel like his
right.
popularity, him doing this, people because it's a copycat league, let's do the same thing. Let's be aggressive. Let's be aggressive. Let's not be stupid. Like, like it's not even the
Yeah,
fourth
like
quarter. What
yo,
are you doing?
listen. I
Like what are
mean,
you doing
unless you in the
here?
end of the game and you need that 2 point conversion, I understand that. But if it's not gonna really, you got more time to get the ball back. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, I
Like
don't.
I don't get it either. I don't understand it.
So that's the that's the preview matchup. It's another thing I want to go by you sidebar because we're gonna talk about this game next week anyway. If you want to put your pick out, we can put the pick out later. It's no big deal because we got a whole week going on, right?
Right.
So there's a story out there, and I need you to assist me on this story real fast. You might have to mic and break the story now. The Justin Tucker investigation. I don't know if we talked about this. Um, you're gonna laugh. He is accused of sexual harassment with the, of course, massage therapist. Here we go, right? Another
Okay.
massage. So here we go. So they said that this been happening. Go ahead, Ed. You
All right,
wanna,
so I'm just
yeah,
gonna go off of the article
yeah, real
from the
fast. Yeah.
Baltimore Banner, and it says Ravens Justin Tucker faces new allegations from three massage therapists. Says three additional massage therapists are accusing Ravens kicker Justin Tucker of sexually inappropriate behavior, including one woman who said he stroked her inner thigh during a massage and left what she believed to be ejaculate on the table. In all, nine massage therapists from five high-end spas and wellness centers have shared their accounts. One woman, a former employee of the luxury downtown Baltimore men's spa, the OG, produced what she said was an internal report of her experiences with Tucker from 2015. I understand that Justin Tucker is an important client of the OG, but as an employee of the OG who has tolerated the previous interactions with him, I no longer feel safe or comfortable working with him, she wrote in the 2015 letter.
All right.
So, yeah,
I
so
mean,
he has incidences from 2012 to 2016.
all right. So let me ask you this. I just find it kind of interesting that this gentleman has been doing this for a minute. Now it's coming out. But when that situation was with
Yep.
that came out quickly and fast, and it was all during the time when he was supposed to get traded. Okay, so like they try to ruin his career.
You
But
talking about
I mean,
you talking
listen,
about Deshaun Watson,
I'm
right?
talking about Deshaun Watson,
Absolutely.
exactly.
From the
Listen, but let
Cleveland
me just
Broncos, the quarterback. Yes,
let
sir.
me
Go ahead.
just say this:
Yeah.
where there's smoke, there is fire.
Fire. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Now, I don't, I never been to one of those kind of situations, massages. I'm quite sure, you're getting your muscles and everything rubbed up on everything like that. I guess sometimes dudes get a little excited, like whoa, especially if the masseuse is very attractive. You like, but like that. But I just find it kind of interesting that I'm not saying this guy did this or not, but what I'm saying is that I just find it kind of funny. He did it from 2015, had complaints since then, and now we're in 2025 and it's coming out now. You know what I'm
10 years
saying?
ago.
Deshaun Watson, as soon as he was like wanting to be traded or whatever was
Yep.
going on, all of a sudden it was like, it was like, all the one was like, yeah, like 15 of them, whatever it was, the number was. They were like, the dude was doing this, da 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 da. So, and I'm not saying these women are wrong, and listen, I guess you got to go to the right masseuse, okay, in this case, because I'm quite sure, there's some places where these guys can go where they can get a very nice ending. You understand what I'm saying? As they call it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you bestowing your will on a woman while you having a situation like that, I don't think it's a good look. But see, at the same time, it's their stories against his story and how
Yep.
things went down and how, that's where the courts get involved. And we talk about money was, what was different from the first time experience? Did he give you more money? Did he ask for a certain kind of service? It becomes very like, what exactly happened? All right. And, in this case here, I just find it kind of unusual that this thing took such a long time to come out with this dude. Now, is this guy? I mean, it seems like it's a dark picture. Is that guy? Is he Caucasian or is
No,
he is he a brother?
that's his a white and black. That's good. Bro, Justin Tucker's the kicker, bro. The actual field goal kicker.
No, but I'm saying, is he a Caucasian dude or is he black?
Yeah, no,
No,
it's just a black and white picture they used to,
Oh, yeah,
get
so
no.
the
he's white. He's a
story.
white. He's a white guy.
He's the
Yeah,
kicker for the man
Okay, and then we trying to say we don't. I mean, it got to be at least one black kicker in the league, right? Somewhere, right?
No, there's not. What are you talking about? You talking about
Really?
kicker? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. I
You
will know.
sure?
I will tell you. I will know. I know this show.
It got to
I'll
be
tell
at
you that.
least one backup kicker in the
They
league, man,
had
somewhere.
they had a
There
punter.
aren't any. Nah,
They
I
had, you
just
know
looked it up
why?
right now.
They had a black punter from the San Francisco 49ers or the Oakland Raiders. And remember, he was fancy. He be kicking the ball and doing dance moves. And they ain't like it. They don't want their kicker being sporty.
Well,
Yeah, it's joking. It's funny, but they got rid of his ass. He was a great punter. He was really that dude because, we
right.
are athletic. So he was doing too most. He was doing a
You
great
know,
job. But you know how that go. You come out of character. We don't want our kickers getting hyped. We don't want our kickers to be the main focus. And then now we got to pay the
right,
kickers more than what he is. So they don't want no black. And besides, a lot of black. I mean, I'm just telling you, there ain't a lot of black kickers. And people don't be
right.
realizing, like, people say, you're doing too much. Cool. Let's just call it what it is. I'm gonna comment on this quick. Yo, Ted, Ed,
Yeah.
these dudes, they better start getting massage chairs or something, bro. It's not working. That massage therapist shit is not working. These dudes better get their girlfriends to do it, their wives or
Well,
somebody, their side chicks.
well,
You can, look, they can even get their side chick to give them massages.
they going
Because
to the wrong spots, man. They
they
going
going
to the
to the
wrong.
wrong
And
spot, and real fast, they're getting the wrong people from Instagram. Like Deshaun Watson got all these chicks from Instagram. If you're on Instagram and you're DM me talking about I need a massage, man, stop playing games. Stop playing games.
listen. Let me tell
Stop
you
that.
something.
Stop that. Stop
If you
playing games.
look at the formerly known as Twitter, which is called X now, right?
Yeah.
You look at X, and if you go through that, you see nothing but these women that do massages, but they don't they don't dress like they do massages. They just like something like
Yeah.
they wear this real, revealing kind of clothing. Let me just say it like that, real revealing clothing. And there's nothing wrong with that. But come on, man. At the end of the day, men are men.
No, it is something
And
wrong with that, bro. You can't make
I,
villains say and be a victim. You can't be doing that and talking about you're a victim.
listen,
No. That's
I'm not gonna
sad,
question,
man.
I'm not gonna question, I'm not gonna question, I'm not gonna question, you know,
I don't care what
the
they
woman's
do.
validity. Listen, I'm just saying that, there's spots where they get down like that. These guys got to go to those spots, but you can't be going to a regular spot and be like, yeah, I'm going to give you a couple extra money, man. I want a little bit of extra service. It doesn't work like that. Now, don't get me wrong. These guys are also not the Patriots. Speaking about the Patriots owner who got caught in a sting. Yeah. I knew I
You
wasn't going to
see?
bring that up, right,
See?
bro? You want to bring
See?
up the Patriots? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
I
The
never brought
damn
up the
owner,
Patriots. I didn't bring
the
up the
owner,
Patriots.
the owner got caught up in this sting where they was having plenty happy endings, and all of a sudden it just disappeared. I guess
Hold
where the
on.
money resides,
Hold on.
he ain't get
Hold
charged or
on.
nothing. It was like it went out
Hold
the news like
on.
that. He might have did an hour of
Hold
community
on.
service, man, but he was caught up in this thing. It was like, yeah, this guy looked familiar. Is that the owner of the Patriots in there? In there with a robe on. He's like, yeah, what's up?
Hold on. Oh, you
Yeah,
wrong, Ed.
yeah,
You wrong, Ed.
yeah,
You wrong, Ed.
exactly, Ed.
You
Yeah,
wrong,
put it up there, Ed.
Ed. You wrong. You
We ain't
wrong, Ed.
biasing this. We ain't
Alright,
biasing
yeah,
all, man. We ain't biased.
I'm
You
a
know what I'm
reverend.
saying?
Shout out to the OG, first of all. Shout out to the OG.
And
Alright?
he probably had those Air Force Ones, those dope ass Air Force Ones when he walked in that spot. He was
Because
like,
you
yeah,
said
what's
that was
up?
dope.
This what's
You
going
said that
on.
was dope. You
Yeah, I
like
want
that joint.
happy ending.
You
I
like
want
that joint.
her. I
You
want
like those.
her.
You
You know
like
what I'm
those Air Force Ones. You love those Air Force Ones. Don't act like you don't. You talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
Look.
He came in
Hold on.
there with a hood. He came in there with a hoodie on, so you won't see his face. He walked in,
Nah.
and
Dude.
the dude
Hey,
he said,
yo.
"Man, we never seen that guy before." But wait a minute, is that who I think it is? Oh man, so
Because
they
that's
made
what
the place.
happened.
Sure enough,
That's what
he was
happened.
right
Yeah.
there. He probably
Oh,
he
man.
was saw his
Yo.
I said, "Oh,
You
they
good? You
they
all right?
rest."
Had enough laughter? You good? All right. Look.
Yo, you just mad because this is real shit. This is
Hold on.
talking the truth.
First of all, he an OG. So shout out to the OGs. First of all, he in his 70s, 80s. That's one. Hold on. Two, my man is a widower. Alright? My man lost his wife. What? My man lost his wife
No,
after
no,
like
no.
40, 50.
I,
Hold on.
I agree.
Hold on. My man wife he was with for like 50, 60 years. You know what I'm saying? They only
Yeah,
been through that
yeah,
after 2 years.
right.
She passed away. So my man can't get a little rub down, like a little something.
Oh,
Hold on,
listen.
like hold on, what's going on? Like, and my man didn't get accused of sexual harassment. They said my boy gave a little too more extra. He was just caught in the wrong
Listen.
problem. Yo,
Listen, you really
that had
think
nothing
with
to
the
do with
kind of
that.
money,
That had nothing to do with that.
listen, hold on, wait a minute.
That
I
had nothing to
understand
do
what you're
with the
saying.
other one.
I agree with the widowing part, and you're right, because he was a widower. Ain't nothing wrong with him and having some,
I respect
doing what
you.
he's doing. I ain't saying nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is that money is a lot longer than Deshaun Watson and definitely this damn field goal kicker or whatever
You
this
right,
guy
but
is. All right, so nobody's gonna really, he got that kind of money where, things just
remember,
go away. You know what I'm
remember,
saying? Things
I
just
say
go away.
you're right, but remember, people accused him of those people of sexual and physical, whereas Kraft ain't nobody accused him of being no physical. He was just
Money
he at the wrong
got too much of
time.
a bag.
He just
Listen, hold on, man.
and why you bring him
With the
up?
money,
He's the owner.
with the
He
money
ain't a
he
player.
got, ain't nobody going, listen, ain't none of
Right.
those
You're
women gonna
right.
be like, nah, man, I don't care. I'm gonna put a complaint on them. They be like, how much money? Oh, okay. No problem, Mr.
Not only
Kraft.
that,
No problem. I
you gotta
got you.
understand. You gotta understand though. At the time too, he ain't a player. Let's not kid ourselves. Like we ain't gonna sit here and say owners and players are the same. No, we're not gonna do that because one actually plays the game, one actually sit on the ass and makes the whatever. But going back, you funny Ted. But going back to the Justin Tucker thing, throw a little shot dig. It's all right. I've been throwing things all week.
I'm just saying,
I'll say this.
shit happens.
Shit
Shit
happens. But
happens.
look, I want to piggyback on something you said because you've been saying it and you're gonna remember what I said. You're gonna remember this early in the season. And last year we need to talk about this. The field goal kickers missing a lot of field goals, right? But hold on.
Okay.
So the report when I said this earlier with Ed, the report came out after, which is unfair because for some reason when we're black, the report come right away. It don't matter when the season's going on, right? They
Right.
lose, and the report comes out 2 weeks later. They ain't playing no more.
Right.
They said that this report, he already knew this almost beginning of the season. When we watched him play this year, he was missing 15 yarders, 20 yarders, 10 yarders. He was missing like crazy. Remember, you kept saying, why is this guy missing the easy? And Lamar Jackson had that face like, I always got to, because he kept missing. Remember the game? He missed like
Right.
3 field goals. It
Yeah.
makes sense. When something's bothering you, you're not on your game. For some strange
True.
reason, he
True.
was not on his game all season long. He got in this game in the
Right.
playoffs though, because he was sharp. Because he knew I can't.
Right.
This is the playoffs, and I'll be gone. But for some strange reason, I was saying in my head, I think I made a comment like, "Yo, you got to drop the kicker." I could have sworn I said that on a couple of shows. We said that you got to drop the kicker. Now we know why he was struggling because he the report gonna come down, but he ain't understand how it's gonna come down any moment. And then I never seen a report that happened 5-10 years ago come out after the end of the season that they've done. That's insane to me. I never seen that before. Deshaun Watson,
Well,
they waited till the whole season started. Then they want to break the thing. But why didn't do it in the offseason? No, because they want to they want that money, and it is a double standard. I don't want to say white and black, but it is a double standard. Like stop. So now what? They're not gonna talk about it the whole time in the offseason, right? Because of course,
they're probably gonna cut him. They're
you're
probably
right.
gonna get rid of him.
But and let me before I let you go, let me go to a little bit and of course a little conspiracy theory because that's what we do here. How about the NFL knew that and say no, y'all not going to the Super Bowl because it came out now. If he would have went to the Super Bowl, they would have been talking about this all the time. And the NFL ain't trying to hear about none of that sexual harassment, none of that. Maybe I'm
Well, you know
bugging.
what?
Hey, go
The
ahead. I let you.
NFL, the
Go ahead. I let you
NFL,
go.
the
I let you go.
NFL you're probably right with that, Chris. The NFL probably since they're not competing for nothing. If they were competing for the Super Bowl, this story might have came out when the season was over. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, it's all about the PR. It's all about the NFL and that good image. You want to show that our guys are on. So it's a possibility the story might never have came out if they would have kept winning.
You're right.
You understand what I'm saying? But I just find it kind of funny when some of these other stories come out, man. The story is out as fast as you can say So you turn your TV on, boom, the story's already out. Hot, special report, yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when it comes to cats, that look like us, man, the report comes out quick and fast. The name comes out quick and fast. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But they probably, based on what's happening, they probably gonna let this kicker go. And he's a damn good kicker because he knows like some of the longest kicking field goals during certain seasons. So this guy's pretty good.
Yo,
But
bro,
like I said,
he probably
yeah,
calls himself a Hall of Fame. Yo, bro, he's one of the greatest kickers of all time. His numbers don't lie.
yeah,
He doesn't miss.
his numbers are good. His
I look at
numbers are really
and
good.
and and
Yeah,
he was on that Super Bowl team that won with
yeah,
the last one. So honestly,
yeah,
I don't know. I think he calls himself a Hall of Fame vote because it's a lot of kickers that go in the Hall of Fame. Like people don't realize, like there's not a lot, but he
right,
would have been. I think the last one was Anna Vinatieri. I think he would have been the next one up. Like if he
right,
plays cards right,
right.
he might have because they definitely gonna draft the kicker. They definitely gonna draft the kicker. He'll be on the Jets
Yeah,
somewhere.
so yeah, I mean, he'll get picked up because he's really good.
He's really
But
good,
like I
but
said, I think the Ravens are gonna be like, yo, man, because he missed some important field goals this season, so they probably said, listen, man, you know what?
yeah, he
We're
did.
gonna move on from it. Yeah, we're gonna move on from this guy because we don't want the bad publicity that comes along with his story.
They
So,
already losing,
that's basically
so
what it is, Yeah, so
that's insane. I just wanted to put that out there because we don't really talk about
yeah.
sensitive subjects, but you know what I'm saying? Like that was crazy. I just thought about what you said. Like, why is the kicker missing so many? And you be talking about kickers in general, but for
Yeah.
him, he was missing too many.
Yeah,
The
he
way
was
I
missing a
was like,
lot.
and it makes sense. I thought he was throwing the games away. Like, yo, what is he doing? So
Maybe
now,
maybe he had a
uh
lot
huh,
on his mind, man.
yeah,
Maybe like you said,
uh
maybe he
huh.
couldn't concentrate. But yeah. But like I said, we would definitely do a preview show on, the Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. We're gonna save that for another show. But we do have another story that we're gonna break into because it's getting kind of spicy and kind of hot in the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, yeah, go ahead, Chad.
Yeah, yeah. So, it's getting kind of spicy, getting kind of hot in the NBA, but we're gonna wait till Chris get back to his chair and then we're gonna talk
Sorry
about
for
it.
that. Little emergency.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Up for
So
yeah,
I was just trying to segue into, the breaking news last night. Now Ed texted me
yeah.
in the morning or whatever. He texted me and I got up and I was like, yo, get the bleep out of here because I was shocked to see this because this nobody was expecting this.
Nobody was
Nobody knew what
expecting
was
it.
going on.
No,
So
no, no.
obviously there was a I think it's also I think it might be a third team involved in this a little bit, but the
Utah
big
Jazz,
trade,
they
the
always
Utah
involved.
Jazz involved, but the big trade was Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. All right, so
Mm-hmm.
let me just say this, and I'm gonna throw this part with the LeBron James is, let me just
Yeah.
throw this in there 'cause as part. Now we talking about LeBron James supposedly not knowing about this. I have a hard time even thinking about that because, first of all, LeBron James is the reason why Davis ended up getting to the Lakers. He brokered that deal practically himself, right? LeBron James also practically brokered the deal with JJ Redick being the head coach. 'Cause remember, they had a podcast together.
Absolutely.
LeBron James,
Yes.
once again, brokered the deal for his son playing for the Lakers. And
Mm-hmm.
you gonna tell me LeBron James doesn't know about this trade?
Mm.
No, I'm not buying that. I'm not
Mm.
buying that. All right. And so, it's kind of weird. Now, maybe there's a little friction between, Anthony and LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But just think about this. For Dallas to get rid of, in this case, trade Luka, they must have been pretty tired of his game too. His foolishness also.
It gotta be
Because one
something.
of the things, yeah, it gotta be something because the guy's not even in the prime of his career. He's only 25 years old.
25 years
Okay?
old.
Yo, come on, man. Like, who does this? So we're looking at probably one of the biggest trades in NBA history that happened last
Yeah.
night. But my
Yeah.
thing is, like, I don't think the Lakers got the best of this trade. I'm saying Dallas did because for the fact that, they already got Kyrie there. They got some pretty good big men and they got some very good role players. For them to now connect Kyrie with Anthony Davis, just bolted Dallas into probably the second spot in the Eastern Conference behind Oklahoma City. So now
Maybe.
Now the Lakers, on the other hand, let me just say this.
Yeah.
I know people probably gonna say, whatever, but this doesn't make any sense to me because you got two guys that play the same position practically. You got two guys that are gotta have the ball in their hands like ball hogs. That's number two. Make it make sense to me. So it makes you wonder. The trade deadline ends in Thursday. Is it possible? I'm just putting it out there. Is they gonna trade LeBron or something? Cause make this make sense to me. Are they saying we won't be moving on from him because we got Luka Doncic now? He may be the face of the Lakers now. LeBron probably got 1 or 2 years left in him anyway. I mean, what he's doing is supernatural stuff at his age. It's crazy what he's doing. But at the same time, this trade from a Laker perspective, unless there's something else going on, there's more trades involved in this, it doesn't make any sense. Because these guys do the same thing and they like the ball in their hands all the time. You guys can elaborate on this.
I'm gonna elaborate, and I'm gonna let Az gonna elaborate too, because he got a little couple things that he said before that was worse. But first, I'm gonna just get into it. What they always say, you don't trade a big or a small. I'm gonna just go with the Lakers. I hear you, but the fact that they traded for Anthony Davis, swap, because they just swapped him. They traded for the Christie. I don't. Somebody gotta tell me, is that Doug
Now
Christie's son?
Christie's good.
Is that Doug Christie's son?
Christie's, yes,
That's his
he's
son, right?
good. He
He's a
can
good
play.
player.
He can ball out.
He can play. Is he gonna be that star though? You can't trade.
Well,
Hold
yeah,
on.
go ahead.
Anthony Davis is in his 30s, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
So he's injury prone. Am I not mistaken? So if you're giving me Anthony Davis, okay, but you got to give me another star. They got a first round pick. That's nothing because they're not in the first round. They're not going to be a lottery team no time soon. So you can just throw that first round pick out the door. Now they got the Christie dude. If he's okay, okay. In my opinion, you should have gave me Reeves and Christie because you're not going to depend on Anthony Davis staying healthy. You understand what I'm saying? Like on paper, it looks good,
they got Christie. Christie can ball. I'm saying he's a good point guard.
but he's not a
He can ball
big.
out.
But he's not a
No,
big.
he's not a big man. But no, they don't need. Dallas doesn't need a big man because they already got two good big men there already. Now Davis can play the fourth position now. Do what he wants.
And look, I like the likely guy. But he's not a traditional big. He's a Tyson Chandler kind of big. He's not a big that can get his back. And I'm not saying what you're saying is not right. What I'm saying is Luka is a big point guard. He gets like 13 rebounds. So like even let's say Anthony Davis gets injured. Okay.
Right.
Who's gonna take that bulk load? Because I love Kyrie. But Kyrie is not the youngest. Like I think Kyrie's a superstar, but he's not the youngest. Now it's back on Kyrie's shoulders to do everything. It's almost like
No, I don't think so, Chris. I mean, Anthony is gonna be able to do his thing. Him and Kyrie and the players they have. Remember, they got a whole lot of players on that Dallas roster.
They still got Clay. I just don't know. Like it's all about.
Yeah, I forgot about Klay Thompson.
It's all about his injury. It's all about Anthony Davis' injury. Let's say he can't play in the playoffs. Let's say he can't go down the stretch. It's happened before. Like and then go back to LA real fast.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the LA. I don't know. Like I'd be confused.
Right.
But I say this though. They gotta steal. Because Jerry West, in my opinion, the greatest trade ever made was the Kwame Brown and Paul Gasol. I don't care. Me and my brother Ox argue. They said, "Oh, but they got Marc Gasol." I said, "Marc Gasol ain't played one game in the United States." And they talk about they traded Marc. Remember, Paul Gasol got traded for his brother. And they said, "Oh, you see?" But it panned out 5 years later. I'm like, no. Like, I remember Ben Popovich being pissed off about it because he said if that would have happened, he would have put something to that. He said that of course, Jerry West, don't know about Jerry West, rest in peace, plays for the all-time Lakers. Everybody know Mr. Clutch, right? So that was a wink, like, I'm going to help you out because, I'm a Laker, really, but I'm really on Memphis. It's the same thing, but this one is worse. He's 25 years old. He's 25 years old. Don't tell me you don't like him and that. Okay, cool. I'm not trading him for just 25. I'm going to trade him for something else. like 25. And not only that, you're right. They
Well,
must have not liked him because not only that, he has another year on his contract. His contract don't end this year. You got another whole year
right.
to figure that out. Don't tell me he
Well,
gonna turn down.
obviously,
He got a super max contract because he not.
well,
Nah, that was
that
dumb.
that that was their way of getting out of paying him. They wasn't going to pay him a supermax, obviously.
But
That was their way of getting out of it.
but but see that makes no sense because superstars don't come. They're not a dime a dozen, Ted. They're not a dime a dozen. So like there's only like 6 to 7, 8 superstars, legit superstars who
Right.
actually play. Like there's not a lot of superstars in
Well,
any genre
well,
of type of
well,
sport. There's only
the guy Wojciechowski made a good point. He was saying that it could be two things. First of all, they must have really had enough of Doncic and his games or whatever he does. They had enough of him. All right, and also too, he always came to the season out of shape. That's another thing too.
which is true,
That he
which is
never,
absolutely true. We
but
talked about that.
and let's be honest, we all know he was always a defensive liability because he
Always,
doesn't play defense.
which is true.
So in order for the Mavericks who went to a final, they understand that we got to have a team that plays defense. We can't have a guy like him because sometimes during that finals he wasn't even playing because he don't have no defense. All right, so I think that was one of the key things, but also too, somebody made a good point. They were saying maybe they want him to be around LeBron James so he could be a better professional. All right, which is, stay in shape, be more professional. Because LeBron, that's one of the high examples that you can look up to and say, okay, you know what? This is what an NBA professional is supposed to look like and take care of his body. Maybe this is what they're hoping that they could do with the Lakers. So we bring this guy in. He'll see LeBron how he's in shape, how he invests money into his body. Maybe we can get Luka to come on board with that and be the best he can be. Right now, you're getting the guy that's coming in. I mean, he's a talent. We all know he's a hell of a player. Luka's a bad boy, but can you get him at his best where he's in shape, lose that weight, coming ready to go? Like I said, and maybe cut down the injuries as well if he's in better shape. Maybe that's what they're looking at. But I know one
I
thing.
hear you.
Dallas didn't have a problem doing this like that. Boom. They were like, yo, done. You know what I'm saying?
Like, hold on. Like, Dallas, they said they picked up and called LA. I said, they should be calling you, fool. Like, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Everything you said is real, but I'm a piggyback and put devil advocate. They said, you're right, because they said he need to be more professional. Like, Jason Kidd is not the all-time, one of the greatest point guards of all time. Like, this guy that
Right.
hit to his 40s, this guy never took care of his body. The guy, like the guy is like number, what, 5, the top 5 in triple doubles. Like, you need
Right.
another NBA player to tell you that. Jason Kidd's right there. He has a ring, too. He's been in the finals 3 times. Like,
Right.
see, that's why I push back, because you have a guy that's supposed to be a mentor. What's going on? So now he goes to the
Well,
Lakers. In my opinion, it's a brand thing. In a couple more years, Lakers won't be around. LeBron won't be around. Let's jump on this fast so we could be good. And I ain't gonna lie, it's almost like it's getting too scripted. You know what I'm saying, Ted? Like to the point where it's like, first of all, I never seen a superstar get traded in his own conference. Let's just get that out the way. What's that about?
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what sports world people live in, but common.
Right.
Like people need to wake up. So that's another thing. Second,
Right.
like why would you do that in the middle of the season before the All-Star game? Like
Right.
you trying to tell me you got this your first year with Klay Thompson? Why not
Right.
play it out? So y'all just went to the finals last year. So you're gonna make this trade now. So now
Right.
let's say they don't win. Let's say the Dallas Mavericks don't win. They lose in the first round. You know who they're gonna blame, right? You know they're gonna blame Kyrie Irving. Blame nobody else but Kyrie Irving. Mark Cuban, not the owner. Jason Kidd, they don't talk about Jason Kidd or anything. They ain't gonna talk about Anthony Davis because he just got there. They're gonna talk about Kyrie Irving. And that's what I said. It's like, here we go again. Now when Kyrie don't win, oh you see, he. Yo, it's almost like a bad script that could be good, but then turn into crap later. Like that was a good
Right.
script. Oh, but that ending was terrible. And
Right.
the Lakers, I just feel like this is scripted. The Lakers always gonna win a chip every other 10 years, and they just got their chip. So I guess in another 4 or 5 years, Luka will be in the finals. Luka will probably get MVP, and then he'll be a superstar. And then the Lakers will keep rolling on and rolling on and rolling on. It's
Yeah,
sad to me.
well, I think they were Lakers were saying, you know what, we got to put ourselves in a position for the next phase because they know LeBron is probably going to retire within maybe next year or maybe after this season. But what we do know is the Lakers. I mean, the way this move was done was like, yeah, we got to fill the seats up. Luka's a guy who's that guy for us, and we can build around him, I guess. But like I said, I just find it kind of hard, like
Who calls a team to offer their superstar, their 25-year-old
a
superstar
team, a team, a
that went to the
team
finals
that
last
got
year
tired of this
before?
guy's foolishness. Obviously, Jason Kidd and them was
Ted,
like, yo, man, I'm
Ted,
done with this guy.
Ted, but you don't trade to your same conference for an older injury prone guy. If that's the case,
Listen,
you should have traded him. You could have traded him for Jimmy Butler and a bunch of draft picks. Or you could have traded him for Murray. But remember,
hold on,
hold on, hold on.
Jimmy Butler's a whole different can of worms.
Even so though, the value he doesn't miss. You could have. How about this? You want to go to 10 conference? Why not call the Sacramento Kings, who are trying to trade him to San Antonio? Why not trade him for De'Aaron Fox? Like, you just be realistic. You want to maximize.
They don't need Darren Fox in Dallas.
No, they
got
right?
Christie.
No,
They got Christie and Kyrie Irving. They
no,
don't
but
need Darren Fox.
the thing that I'm making a comparison. You trade
Right.
superstar for the same level of superstardom. You get the same value. What I'm saying is,
Well,
if I'm gonna trade my 25-year-old superstar, I'm gonna get somebody who actually plays multiple games, more than 50, 60 games. I'm not gonna trade a guy who's injury prone, who
right.
sometimes he might be, and he's in his 30s. Said he's in his 30s, man.
Well, let me just say this.
What, 10 years already? He's been 10 years, right?
Obviously something was going down where
That's a bad
Dallas
business.
felt like.
That's a bad move.
I think, like I said, I think Dallas came off in this whole trade. I think they're gonna do well, provided if Davis can stay. Now Davis can play his true position, which is he ain't got to do that much. He's gonna be the offensive talent that he is, because they got enough big boys to play the center position. He ain't got to be grabbing all those rebounds. Got Kyrie Irving, and I forgot about Klay Thompson. Klay's there. Yo, they got a nice team right now. Now they ain't got to worry about the defensive liability regarding Luka Doncic.
Are they better?
I think they are, yeah. I think they are, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they're better the same, but I just know this. Even though Luka has his deficiencies, when he's on,
Right.
when he's in the playoffs,
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
produces. That boy
Oh,
produces
yeah.
in the playoffs. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I agree with you on that. No doubt about that. I agree with you on that,
Hold
Chris.
on. Yo, let Ed add a couple words in. Get a couple words in. It gotta be long. I know.
I'm gonna try to make this brief.
Yeah,
Y'all made some good points. But when I initially heard about this trade, I feel like someone should have thought things through. Like I don't understand this. This is you got okay. Luka played, I guess, 22 games. He's got a calf injury. He's not exactly in the best. He's not fit. He's not fit, but but that doesn't take away from his skill. But I don't know. I missed something because I could have swore that AD was talking about that. They needed more rim protection. Like they needed to find somebody. And now we went from LA having AD to what? Having Jackson Hayes be the rim protector. Is that where we at right now?
Yeah.
Is that where we at right now? So we got Luka. We got Luka who don't play no defense.
No defense.
So who's going to pick up the slack? Like, yes, you can score, but you need defense. You need defense. Like, what's going to happen there? And then I was telling Chris earlier, Dallas knows something that LA don't. Like, you just don't let this guy go.
Yeah.
Right.
For AD. Yeah, no, I'm not taking away anything from AD. AD, awesome all-star, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's that dude when he's available. But Dallas was, I honestly think Dallas should have thought this through. They could have gotten a better trade with better players, but put themselves in a better situation. AD could
Right.
easily get injured, and then that's it. You're just going to be seeing him sitting on the sidelines. But and I really think that Luka is tired. He wants to win a chip.
He do.
LeBron, he's got like a 2-year window. He wants to win a chip.
Yeah.
Neither one of
Right.
these guys in the next 2 years are getting a chip. I don't think this trade is going to make Dallas win a chip, LA win a chip. I don't know what's going to happen. I could be wrong. Maybe with Luka getting there, going to LA, maybe, I mean, we still got like another 4 days left. Maybe the Lakers will do another outstanding trade and get some rim protection. I don't know.
Right.
I was not
Right.
expecting what happened last night to even happen. Nobody thought. So there could be something extra going on here, but
Right.
I don't see the addition of Luka to the Lakers really being the answer to really taking them even further. Like, I don't see it. Like, you
Right.
gave up something, you gave up defense for more offense. And it's like,
25.
it's,
20.
yeah,
And
I
I don't
don't
know.
know.
You're right. I don't understand from both sides, but it's
Right.
like me personally, I feel like Dallas, they didn't need to make a trade. I feel like they needed to add more. They're close. They close. They don't need a lot. They just need another
Yes.
a player two, a person off the bench, a person who could maybe two people more off the bench, one offense, one defense, hybrid, and they'll be fine. But to just jump the gun before the deadline, like in 3 weeks, like that trade probably would have been available the same as it is now. Like you want to jump the gun, so like
Right.
that. I don't know. It's just I just feel like there's a lot of teams out there. What about the Toronto Raptors? You could have traded. They got a bunch of pieces out there. This is why you're right. Ask said something that's right. They must know something, or the NBA says, no, you're gonna make this trade because Masai Ujiri, who we all know, he hostage the Knicks. He'll take anybody. He would throw all kinds of numbers out there for Luka. You telling me Luka's out there? He the first person. Oh, okay, what we got? You got Scotty Barnes. You got all kinds of first round picks. You trying to tell me you gonna get another players? There's players available. So you trade him for Anthony Davis. That's
Right.
it. And the Christie dude is, and I like the Christie dude. He's gonna be a great addition. See stuff like that. Why not try to get Christie without giving up Luka? See, that's the thing, Ted. Like you
Well,
could have
see,
got the Christie
I
dude.
think Dallas had their eyes on Anthony Davis since he beat them in the finals, and when they was playing in the bubble, they had
Bro, that was 5 years ago, man. And they shouldn't even count
and
that.
also they
That was a fake finals, man.
and then the Lakers had their eye on Luka Doncic ever since he made the game winning one of the game
Bro,
winners
but
buzzer beaters in that game in
that was a
series.
fake playoffs, bro. Like the bubble's not realistic. Like people,
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't even know
listen,
why people
basketball's
actually.
basketball.
I guess so, but they had 2 months of rest. Nobody. I mean, T.J. Warren was averaging almost 30 points a game. Boy can't even average over 10. Like that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like he was like that bubble was rigged. It's not. I don't know. I look at that bubble like it was a waste of time.
Yeah.
I wish they never played that freaking thing because that was that. Because I feel like it leaves them off the hook. I got a chip, so I'm good now. Yeah, nobody count that freaking chip. That chip was corny. Like it was bougie. It was like
Well,
cheesy.
I guess you could say the same thing about when the San Antonio Spurs beat the Knicks in the finals. I guess that thing is
You know,
kind of corny
you
too,
know what
right?
though? You know what? Me personally, no, but some people agree with you with that. They say that because they stopped the season. The only thing is they shortened the season because they was in strike. Whereas this,
Right.
they stopped the end of the season. Like you had 2 months off. How you got 2 months off? Like that's not basketball. Like at least with the 99 season, they didn't stop at the end of the season. They kept on. They just started and they only played 50 games. People, that's
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying. Like
right.
so that's a little different. But you stop and then you play 2 months and then you actually think that was legit. Yo, people who played that year, like they stacks are not even close to being the same. Like that's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like isn't that where Murray tore his ACL? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, man, he's out.
Yeah.
You see, he tore his I think
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah. What?
his
Oh,
ACL.
oh, again?
No, I think it was his either it was ACL or if it was his
Achilles?
what you call it, Achilles. It's one or the other. It's
It
one or
was
the other. He
it was during
tore.
that it was doing that shit, right? That bubble shit, right?
No, that happened. That just happened recently. You didn't know
What?
that?
I didn't know that. Oh
Yeah,
man.
Murray is out for the season.
Oh my god.
He just tore something the other day.
Wow.
You can look it up, Ed. They'll tell you he's out he's out the rest of the season. He just had got traded to the Pelicans,
You
and he's
talking about
out.
you talking about DeJounte Murray? I thought you was talking about
Yeah,
Murray from
yeah,
Denver.
yeah.
From the Denver
DeJounte Murray.
Nuggets.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I stand corrected. Yeah,
Where
he's out for the
they
season
traded
now.
they traded him to the Spurs, right?
No, I
Last
think it's
year.
to the Pelicans. I think it's to the Pelicans.
Yeah,
Devontae Murray, yeah,
he
Pelicans.
went to the Pelicans. Oh
He's out.
god.
He's out for the season already. He's out.
I'm glad you brought that up. And look, yo, we're gonna bring up these topics next week because the All-Star game is in a couple weeks. Because we're gonna come right back to this topic. Now that you tell me he's out, oh god, that's a
Yeah.
whole different kind of conversation for the Pelicans, and we gotta talk about Zion. So look,
And listen.
that
What we need to do is, as a collective, is keep an eye on the NBA trade deadline. Man, they've gotten to Thursday. I think there's gonna be a lot of stuff. I think you should get your popcorn ready because there's gonna be a lot of
is
trades
it
going
this
on
Thursday
between
or next
now
Thursday?
and
This
no, the
Thursday.
trade the ends this Thursday.
They're
This
doing it.
Thursday.
So
They're doing it before the All-Star game. I thought they
Yeah.
always after
yeah,
the All-Star game.
yeah,
Not
yeah. You
before.
right. I think it used to be like that. You may be right, but the bottom
Hmm.
line is that it's gonna be some crazy trades between now and Thursday, man. So I
But
look for. I'm gonna get my
if they
popcorn ready.
wait a minute, I forgot the format of the All-Star is different, right? So it don't matter if it's East and West, right? If you
The
trade
All
They,
Star.
somebody,
it's a
you got
tournament or something. I don't remember. Let me
This
see.
shit is corny. This shit is first of all.
yo,
I only
we
watch the
gotta
NBA. I only watch the NBA for the 3-point contest, man. Everything else and the skills challenge. Other than that, the
I
shit is
watched it for
corny
the
as hell.
highlights. I
It's
don't even watch the
mad
games. I watch
corny.
highlights.
It's
All
mad
right,
corny. They
it is
ain't playing
corny.
no defense.
Look,
It's like watching it's like watching the Globetrotters, man.
yo. So look, my phone about to die. So look, we wanna thank everybody for joining the show, and we'll be back next week for our predictions of the Super Bowl because you know how we do, and we're gonna get into the NBA trade deadline and a couple things, and then we're gonna get back on our boxing trade because you know how we do. We fighters over here,
Yeah,
in life
yeah.
and out of
Everybody,
time.
yeah, man. Everybody have a great weekend. The racing the weekend, man. Safe travels, man, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.